The Dragon Ball Genki Damatsuri event just wrapped up and it's dropped some of the biggest bombshells that we've seen in years. It is official, the Dragon Ball Super anime is returning as early as fall 2026. The announcements I'll be covering within this video include a high-budget complete remake of Dragon Ball Super beginning with the very first arc, the Battle of Gods arc. And we've also had official confirmation of Dragon Ball Super 2, as finally the Moro arc is getting an anime adaptation. There's so much more to this news, and we've even had an all-new Dragon Ball game that's been announced, so be sure to stick around until the very end of this video as I'll be revealing everything that you need to know about this Super anime remake and Dragon Ball Super 2, including behind-the-scenes information that you won't see anywhere else. So the first major announcement at the Dragon Ball Genki Damatsuri event was Dragon Ball Galactic Patrol. So the Moro arc has been officially set for production. They revealed this key visual of Goku and Vegeta standing side by side with the Galactic Patrol emblem on their clothing. What you'll notice about this visual is that the Dragon Ball Super logo has also changed. You can see this blue universal look that the Super side of the logo has now, and then of course the subtitle, the Galactic Patrol. This entire rebranding is very important as these subtitles are going to be playing a major role in future Dragon Ball Super anime works. So the Genki Damatsuri event was made to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Dragon Ball's first publication within Weekly Shonen Jump. The story of the Galactic Patrol is following the Universe Survival arc of the Dragon Ball Super anime, which aired between 2015 and 2018. It also appears within the manga as the Galactic Patrol Prisoner arc. The main character, Son Goku and Vegeta, will work together with the members of the Galactic Patrol, the Peacekeepers of the Galaxy, in order to begin a super-scale battle against a new enemy called the Planet Eater Moro. So the last bits of the reveal for the Super 2 anime speak about the visual, with Goku and Vegeta seen wearing a uniform and battle armor with the Galactic Patrol symbol on the chest, with stern expressions on their faces and a large Galactic Patrol emblem in the background. The visual is an exciting first look at the two warriors standing side by side. So if you have a look at some of the staff that were revealed for the announcement for the Galactic Patrol, the staff includes Chikashi Kubota for 2D animation and Naoki Miyahara as a director. Miyahara is a veteran staff member from the Dragon Ball Z era, and honestly the most shocking thing about this is that Hans Zimmer is the composer for the Dragon Ball Super anime. This is truly out of nowhere, so you can see from the key visual that there are a few changes in the art style. This is because the characters are clearly based off of Akira Toriyama's modern proportions and buffness. This key visual clearly references art that was done by Toriyama himself, as it looks totally similar to the work that Toriyama did here. So this is pretty much everything that we have so far for Dragon Ball Super 2 the Galactic Patrol, which is set for production currently. Now, I don't expect this anime to release until at least 2027. Some have even predicted that it's going to be releasing in 2028. Now, following this, we had our second Dragon Ball Super anime announcement. It's been revealed that the original work, story, and character designs by Akira Toriyama for Dragon Ball Super Battle of Gods is going to be getting an enhanced edition. Apparently, it's a project that started a few years ago. It's a newly enhanced edition of the anime Dragon Ball Super, enhanced by the latest visual expressions. Every scene, especially the battle scenes, are going to be even more immersive. It's going to provide a more faithful, detailed reproduction of the original work by Toriyama, and it will deliver a quality that is sure to fully satisfy everyone. The key points for Dragon Ball Super Beerus are that the visuals, sound, and structure have all been renewed with cutting-edge visual expression. The project features new cuts, revisions to existing scenes, a complete re-rendering of all of the footage, newly recorded dubbing with added score and sound effects, and a full reconstruction of the Dragon Ball Super story from the very beginning. Dragon Ball Super Beerus is aiming to live up to the name enhanced. This edition will use the latest visuals to deliver great power and immersion across all scenes, especially for the fights. And yes, new Dragon Ball Super anime content is going to be appearing as early as fall of 2026. As you can see, here are some of the visuals from the launch trailer. Now, this is really important to know. The Dragon Ball Super anime is going to begin a fresh new start. So Dragon Ball Super Beerus is one part of two aspects of the Dragon Ball Super anime. There'll be the continuing story with Dragon Ball Super the Galactic Patrol, and then a redo of all of the past story arcs in a new enhanced version. Now, we do have some insider information from Anime AJ, who is well respected within the Dragon Ball anime community. So he stated that that Dragon Ball Super Beerus was internally called Dragon Ball Super Kai, you'll find that Battle of Gods is now going to be 6 episodes long. This is as opposed to 14 episodes in the original Dragon Ball Super anime. So that's 8 episodes of padding and filler that's going to be totally trimmed down. After Dragon Ball Super Beerus, the Golden Frieza arc is going to follow, and it's going to be a similar length. Now, this new anime is a remaster, not a full remake. If you also remember, recently Toei Animation did a One Piece Fishman Island remaster. Well, this is going to be a more ambitious version than that. Now, because Yamamuro did all of the character designs and all of the original work for the Super anime, he's still going to be in charge, but you'll find that the likes of incredible animators like Yuya Takahashi, Ryo Onishi, and Takeo Ide are going to be involved. So all of the new scenes that will feature here are going to be incredible. Now, what you have to also remember is that the original story or events that occurred in Dragon Ball Super Episode 5 have totally been redone for this enhanced version. It will also include light manga elements, such as Goku's image training in Chapter 1 of the Dragon Ball Super manga. So yeah, more clarity on this, DBS Super isn't just a recut or a redub similar to a Kai version. It will be enhancing old visuals and adding in some new cuts as well as some manga content. It's going to be really interesting to see how the later arcs of Dragon Ball Super are going to be adapted, especially with some of the differences between the Dragon Ball Super anime and the manga. We know that the manga had a lot more contribution from Toriyama himself, hence why there were a lot more differences between the two versions. In December 19th, leakers had revealed that we were going to get a Dragon Ball Super remake. It seems like their predictions from the Battle of Gods portion were correct, and the fact that Super is getting a remake which was predicted here, that was correct too. So these leaks continue to say that Battle of Gods will be 6 episodes, the Resurrection F arc will be 7 episodes, the Universe 6 vs 7 will be 10 episodes, the Future Trunks Black Goku arc will be 18 episodes, and then the Universe Survival arc or the Tournament of Power arc will be 40 episodes. And apparently, following all of this, there's going to be a 2028 new adaptation, which will begin with Moro, which will be 24 episodes, Granola, which is 24, then the prequel for Dragon Ball Super Superhero, which is 5 episodes, and lastly, Superhero will get its own adaptation, which is 12 episodes. Now, I'm not too sure if all of that stuff for 2028 onwards is correct. We may be getting the Super remake along with the Moro arc at a similar time, instead of just the Super remake being done all at one go and then the new Moro arc beginning after that. I think the remake will occur alongside the brand new Moro arc. I mean, based on those leaks, someone's mocked up a MCU-style timeline for the Dragon Ball Super anime remake and continuations. So yeah, as you can see, it's all of the different series there with the years under them. If this is right, then we've got new Dragon Ball content until 2030. And I feel like they're remaking all of Dragon Ball Super, well, because it does honestly need a remake. If you look at some of that stuff from 2015, it's really hard to sit through the Dragon Ball Super anime. But if they do all of this, if they go back and adapt all of the manga content for Super, then it's going to give Toyotaro a lot of time to work on new manga content. Unfortunately, the manga wasn't announced to be continuing at the Genki Damatsuri event, but I think that that announcement's going to come out of nowhere and it'll be happening a lot sooner than we think. Now, the last major reveal from the event is that we're getting a new Dragon Ball game project, which is tentatively titled Age 1000, and it's going to be releasing in 2027. You'll be pleased to know that this game features some of the last work that Akira Toriyama ever did, as there's an all-new original character by Toriyama in the game, along with more new characters which have yet to be revealed. It will have the most new elements and settings that have been packed into any other Dragon Ball game ever, and it's been in development for 6 to 7 years with Toriyama's involvement. The official title is yet to be revealed. A lot of people do think that this could be a Dragon Ball Online style game, and honestly that would be totally incredible. The fact that the game is tentatively titled Age 1000 does kind of hint at a Dragon Ball Online feel, as Dragon Ball Online occurred in the future of the Dragon Ball timeline. Age 1000 is way ahead of the events of the Dragon Ball manga. Bandai Namco also released this incredible trailer for the game, which is set to release in 2027, and we're going to be getting more information about this new title on April 18th to 19th for the Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour. All of these major announcements couldn't have been done without Akio Ioku and Capsule Corp Tokyo. The entire Dragon Ball Super anime getting a remake, the Dragon Ball Super anime getting a continuation to, along with an all-new Dragon Ball Online rumored game. As you know, there was major issues with Akio Ioku behind the scenes, as he was having trouble with Shueisha as far as the direction of the future of Dragon Ball Super was concerned. So yeah, now in 2026, Akio Ioku's company Capsule Corp Tokyo appears to be in charge. Now we're getting Dragon Ball Super back. We know that Shueisha was holding back on Dragon Ball Super new anime content. Geekdom, as well as myself, have covered the Dragon Ball's rights issues extensively, but it feels amazing to know all of that is behind us now. Dragon Ball has finally got a roadmap for the future. We're getting new content, everyone's super excited once again, and it's honestly been such a long wait. The Dragon Ball Super anime ended in 2018. I cannot believe that it's pretty much been 8 years since then. And in general, 2026 is now shaping up to be an absolutely stacked year for anime fans. So we're getting the Dragon Ball Super anime remake this year, the One Piece Elbaf arc anime adaptation, as well as Core 4 of the 1000-Year Blood War arc anime, and those long-awaited 4 episodes of the Naruto anime for the commemoration of its anniversary. You've got all of these other series, Black Clover's returning, as well as the final season of Fire Force, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Steel Ball Run, and so much more. 2026 truly is the year of anime. Yeah, that's all that I have so far on the latest Dragon Ball news from the Genki Damatsuri event. Are you pleased that Dragon Ball Super is getting an entire remake that it's more faithful to Toriyama's vision? Or are you just pleased that Dragon Ball Super is getting a continuation finally? I know a lot of you have been waiting to see Moro animated. Do let me know all of your thoughts in the comments. Lastly, thanks for making it to the end of this video, and I look forward to seeing you in my next one.
A massive thank you goes out to all of my amazing Patreon supporters for helping to make this video possible. If you also want to support the channel and see your name in the end of my videos, then check out my Patreon, which has loads of perks like early video access and so much more. Thank you for sticking around till the end of the video, and whatever you contribute will mean a lot to me.